Hello, happy Saturday to everyone. You all, we're going to be in this kitchen today for a short time, not a long time. You know, sometimes in this life when you're cooking, all you need is some gravy. So today, you all, I have some leftover dressing, cornbread dressing that I made for Thanksgiving. And I put it in the freezer. And this is what it looks like. I currently have my oven preset to 350. I'm going to put that in the oven and let it warm up. But when I eat dressing, you all, I have to have gravy. So what we're getting ready to do while the dressing is in the oven, basically warming up, we're going to make us some homemade brown gravy. Now, I will tell you, you need beef broth, but I have this better than bouillon. And with the better than bouillon, 1 teaspoon equals 1 beef bouillon. And so for this recipe, we're going to be using 2 cups of water, and I'm going to use 2 teaspoons of beef better than bouillon to make the broth. Okay, you all, I'm going to go ahead and make this broth, get everything that I need together, and we're going to come back and make this gravy. All right, I'm back. Now the dressing is in the oven. What I have done, this is what my beef broth is looking like. And you all, if you make yours like this, keep in mind that if I just mix it to the best of my ability, but remember, once you pour it in the pot to make this gravy, it'll cook, it'll all dissolve. Okay, so what I'm doing is I have my pan on medium. I'm waiting on it to get hot. Once it's hot, I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of butter in it. And once that butter is melted, then we will add 2 tablespoons of flour and whisk that for 3 minutes. I'll be right back once the pan is hot. The butter is now in the pan, and we're just going to wait on it to melt. And then we'll add our flour. I hope everyone is having a wonderful weekend, and I hope that it continues to be a wonderful weekend, and may you have a wonderful next week. And let me know in the comments, what are you having for dinner today? And you all, this is not my dinner. This is just, I just want some dressing and gravy so bad. I do have some beans in the crock pot along with some turkey necks for later on. That will be my dinner. And let me know too, do you like your dressing with or without gravy? So you all, while the dressing's cooking, I have it in the oven on the bottom pan. I can smell it, and it smells really good. And you all, you can add onions if you want to this gravy, but I'm not. I just want a simple gravy that tastes good, but you can add onions, and what you would do is saute the onions first so that when you're through with your flour and your gravy mixture, then you could just add the onions back in. Okay, you all, I'm thinking I may turn the pan up just a little bit. I'll be right back when this has completely melted. All right, you all, it's almost done melting. And I don't know if I told you I melted 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And you all, if you have a big family and you need homemade gravy, just double this recipe, because I'm going to be the only one eating this gravy. So like where I'm using 2 cups of beef broth, if you had a larger family, use 4 cups of beef broth. And wherein I'm about to use 2 tablespoons of flour, then use 4 tablespoons of flour. And instead of 2 tablespoons of butter, use 4 tablespoons of butter. Just double that recipe. Okay, you all, we're almost at the finish end with this butter. So I'm going to go ahead and put in my 2 tablespoons of flour. And then we're going to whisk that for about 3 minutes until the flour is creamy. Okay. Coming in with 1. taking out 2 tablespoons of flour. Now I have my whisk, and we're just going to whisk this. I'm looking at the time, y'all, so I can kind of keep up with the 3 minutes. And we're just going to whisk this until it's smooth. You don't have to whisk it the whole time. Whisk it as much as you feel comfortable. But the goal here is to get the flour, to break the flour down and have it smooth and creamy. And you all, I'm not adding any salt right now because that better than bouillon may have salt in it. The one thing I will add to this recipe for sure is pepper. And then at the end, you can go in and taste it and salt it to taste. Because I need low salt. So I'm thinking there'll be enough in this bouillon for me to make it taste good. Okay, y'all, we're on the first minute. I don't think I'm going to need 3 minutes, though. And especially since I have in the recipe. So you all, you see how nice and creamy that looks? What I'll do real quick is take you down in the pan so you can see. Okay, this is what the flour and the butter is looking like. Nice and creamy. Now next, we're going to go ahead and add our beef broth. Okay, you all, so my camera cut off. I'm not even sure if I finished recording what I recorded. I won't know until I go back and look at it. But what I did do was put the rest of the bouillon broth, the better than bouillon broth, the beef broth. I put the rest of that in here, and I poured a little coffee to make it a little bit browner, because that's just a trick that some people use, and the coffee, you can't actually taste it. But since I'm not sure if you saw that or not, I'm going to show you how I had some leftover coffee and just pour just a little bit in here. And that helps to make it a little browner. But I'm content with this color because I'm just having just this quick gravy to go over my cornbread dressing. Okay, you all, I'm going to let this cook up for about 10 to 15 minutes. And I'll be back to show you what it's looking like. That way it will have thickened up by then. And I'm not even sure if I caught this on camera either, if my camera was on or not. But I had told you all that when you're making a gravy, a whisk is a key component. It does totally different than what a fork does. I don't know what it is about that whisk, but it incorporates everything nicely. I'll be back, you all, when this gravy's done so you can see what it looks like, and then I'll taste it. And then once the dressing's done, I'll be back to give the first bite to you. Okay, you all, this is what the dressing is looking like while it's cooking in the oven. Okay, this is what the gravy is looking like now that it's finishing up. I don't know if you all can see, hang on, that the gravy has thickened up. But I'll show you that when I put it on my dressing. I'll be back when the dressing is done. Now this is the finished gravy. As you can see, it has thickened up. And it's just a simple brown gravy. I'll be back when it's time for us to taste the dressing and the gravy together. All right, you all. I wanted to show you all my finished dressing and what it looks like on the inside. And remember, I made this for Thanksgiving. And then this is the dressing on my plate. So the next thing we have to do is top it with the finished gravy and give the first bite to you. Okay, I have a spoon, you all, and so I thought you might want to see me put the gravy on top of this dressing. Okay, you all. All right, now this is enough for me, so let me get a fork so we can taste it together. All right, you all, this is my finished plate. Cornbread dressing with gravy. Okay, now let's give the first bite to you, and I'll give you all some with the gravy included. Okay, so the first bite goes to you. Now let me try it. Y'all, that is so good. And that gravy on that dressing, for me, it just adds an extra layer of flavor that you really need for dressing. So anyway, you all, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all have a most wonderful evening and a most wonderful meal. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe.